So we've got a question from Sergio Guerrero on Facebook. He says, love you guys. Question is it unheard of to add patches to your kilt? For example, he's thinking of adding a Texas state flag patch to his kilt. What do we think?
Is it unheard of? No. People have added patches or embellishments to kilts, for a while. There's, on our, for instance, on our casual kilt, we used to, don't anymore, put a patch on the lower right corner, essentially where your kilt pin would sit. We still offer it as an option, but we don't automatically put it on them, even for the off-the-rack ones. I know the brand Sport Kilt puts a patch up at the top. I've seen Highland Games athletes put patches on their kilts, either of sponsors or just, fun stuff that they're involved in. I've seen like punk rock looking, style kilts. I know you have a utility kilt with it.
Yeah, I have a patch kilt.
So yes, it can be done. It is not traditional, but sure, it can be done. It's a way to, express yourself a little bit.
Yeah. It will limit, in some cases, you could say it's going to limit the places you want to wear the kilt. You're not going to wear that kilt to a wedding, I don't think. I mean, who the hell knows these days, right? But yeah, you're instantly saying this is a casual garment. So, I mean, we often say the beauty of a kilt is that you can dress it up or dress it down. If it's a decent quality kilt, you can basically use it for a huge number of different varieties of occasions. So be aware that,
once you make this commitment, there is no going back.
But yeah, I think especially if it's like a casual-ish kilt, or if it's an older kilt that is now like your second choice kilt, like you don't use it for the best of times, you use it for kicking around in or something like that, then why the hell not? Have fun with it. I mean, I and a few metalheads I know and a few punks I know will put patches on a kilt the way you put patches on a vest, so your battle gear. And that can be a hell of a lot of fun. And there are some vets who will do the same thing. They'll use like a unit patch or something, or they might use like a collar dog as a kilt pin, things like that. So it's fun expression. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it limits when and where you're going to potentially wear the garment. That's all.
Yeah. I remember it just flashed into my mind when you said punks and metalheads. I'm like, oh, the kilt that we have downstairs from Scruffy from Dropkick Murphys in a shadow box in our changing room. His kilt had a few patches down on the bottom. It depends on how much of the tartan you want seen versus how much of the patches you want seen and how many patches you put on it. One or two, it's small, but you can definitely go crazy with it. Just like patches on a jeans jacket. You can go, a ton of patches or just, one big back patch and one on the front.
Yeah. So I think there's extra gravitas to your patch. If it's kind of team oriented, like, okay, for instance, you said Texas, like if you had Texas blue bonnet tartan and you have a Texas flag patch on it, that's pretty badass. because you're in a theme there, right? If like in my case, my patch kilt is black, or if you have like a shadow watch or shadow tartan black kilt or something like that, where you decide the patches are going to be the main point of attraction of the garment, then that can be cool. If you have like a Loud McLeod tartan kilt and you're putting a bunch of band patches on it, that's going to be quite the statement. So, yeah. Think about the art you want it to be when you're done with the project. Ramble, shaggy dog.
Indeed.
Arp, arp.
That wasn't too shaggy.
No, that's fun. I need more patches on my patch kilt.
Would you put patches on a kilt like this guy or never do it like this guy? Let us know in the comments. If you want to see more videos, please remember, subscribe to the channel and have a great day, whether you like patches or not.